What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton cycling and fitness, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday, and today's video is going to be a fun one. I am going to go to a Pure Barre class for the first time and compare it to Peloton Barre. So Peloton came out with barre classes, I think a little over a year ago, and when I initially took them, I was kind of like, I don't get it. I don't get barre. The classes are kind of hard. And the thing that frustrated me the most, I think, is that they look like deceptively easy and they're not. Because especially in the Peloton classes, you do very small movements. Like you might lift your leg up a little bit behind you, and that feels like nothing until you do it 50 times. And then your butt is burning. So at first I didn't like them and I kind of stopped taking them, but I've recently got back into them and now I absolutely love them. I find them to be a really great low impact workout while still being very, very effective. So I've been talking about how much I've liked barre lately, and one of you commented that I should try a Pure Barre class, and I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. So I looked into Pure Barre and I actually have ClassPass again. I have talked about this in previous videos where I go out to workout classes, but basically ClassPass is a app that lets you go to different workout studios. They give you credits and you pay a monthly fee, and then you use those credits to go anywhere you want. And I've never paid for ClassPass, but they keep sending me free months. It's very odd. But anyway, so I had credits, so it worked out that I could go to this Pure Barre class for free. And I looked at their website and it kind of pushes you, if you're a beginner, to go to this introductory formations class, but it appears to never be offered. It's a free class for everyone, so I don't know if they don't offer it a lot or if it's just completely full. But I just thought I would jump right on into the classics class. I definitely am a little worried about it, but we'll see how it goes. So the description of classics, which at least from what I can tell is their easiest or most basic class. They offer harder classes, but I'm definitely not taking those for the first time. But the description is: classic is our original barre class. Our proprietary technique is the fastest, most effective, low-impact, full-body barre workout. For 50 minutes, you'll be guided through a series of low-impact, high-intensity isometric movements designed to improve your flexibility while strengthening and toning your body. So we'll see how this goes. I am nervous about not taking the introductory class, but I'm just going to show up 20 minutes early and be like, I've never taken barre before in a class, but I have taken a lot of Peloton barre classes, so I know it's going to be different, but I'm hoping that I can kind of just struggle through it. When I was reading online, if you really had to take the introductory class, people seem to be kind of split, and some people are yeah, super helpful, and other people are you'll be fine, just winging it in the classics. We'll see. I'm very excited. Definitely my favorite type of barre classes on the Peloton is when it focuses on lower body. I'm assuming that the classic is going to be full body, so I'm interested to see what we're doing. For things to bring, Pure Barre said that they had everything you need. Besides that, just to wear grippy socks, leggings, and then not a sports bra, a shirt that actually covers your midriff. So I don't know if we're going to be leaning on bars or something. I have no clue. I don't know what to expect at all. It is 8:45 now. The class starts at 10. So in a little bit, I'm gonna drive on over and I'll see if I can get film in the studio. I really don't know what to expect, but we'll see. And I'm very, very excited. And I am really curious to see how Peloton stacks up. I found parking, which is the worst part of living in Los Angeles. And now I'm walking to the studio. And I am here 20 minutes early, so hopefully they can give me some tips. I survived and I have many thoughts, but I need to do parking first because otherwise it's gonna make me pay if I'm like 1 minute late. I just came home and I showered and changed into some comfy clothes. It was really nice because I was just under like the 90 minutes in the parking garage I was in for it to be free. So I didn't have to pay for parking, which is always a plus. And now I am ready to debrief. So I did get there at like 9:45 a.m. and the class started at 10. I wanted to get there a little bit early just to tell the instructor that I was new because I was very nervous about not taking the foundations class, but she was super cool about it. Just in general, I think the instructor I took was really, really great. Like, I like to believe that all the Pure Barre instructors are as good as her, but I think that she was like pretty phenomenal. She was a really good instructor. So she was totally chill about it. Very, very nice and welcoming. She showed me like what equipment we had to start with at the beginning of the class. So it was 2 sets of weights and she had up to 5 pounds, like going by 1 pound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pound dumbbells. And she told me to do light weights and then like a little bit heavier. And honestly, I just took the 1 pound weights and the 2 pound weights because I didn't want to like go out of the gate super hard and then like be suffering at the end of the class, because again, I was very nervous about taking this class. So I took the 1 pound weights and the 2 pound weights, and then we also got some resistance bands and then this ball, which we never ended up using the ball. So that was a little bit odd. But then she's kind of just like, oh, like choose anywhere to sit in the room for now. Like, we're gonna work out in place and then we'll go to the bar later. And that was pretty much all she told me. She was like, good luck, like you'll figure it out, which I don't know what I expected. I thought that she would like walk through more stuff with me, but then once the class started, I thought it like wasn't hard to follow. So everything was fine. People trickled in. You didn't have locker rooms, which I thought was like a little bit weird, but I think it's because you don't sweat that much, so you don't need like a shower after the class. But you did leave your shoes like out in the hall of the studio because the studio was carpeted, which is interesting. And I did have grippy socks and I like wasn't sliding around at all, but I don't know how often they clean those carpets, but they do say to leave your shoes outside so that the carpets don't get dirtier than they need to be. And then inside there were cubbies that you could like put your bags, or like I had a backpack with like my sweater and stuff in it. So put my backpack there, settled in, people came in. I was also undecided if I wanted to have my water bottle with me the whole class. And I ended up taking it because I saw some people were and some people weren't. And I'm like, I'd rather have it than not have it. But then I didn't drink it at all. I had this hydro flask, which is like admittedly not the easiest thing to drink from because you have to unscrew the cap, but I didn't have another water bottle to bring this morning besides like my really big one, which I didn't want to bring that. And then you also have to wear masks in this class, so it would have just been a pain. It was also a very like fast-paced class to like stop, take off your mask, drink the water, and since you're not like sweating that much, I wasn't that thirsty. So I had my water bottle with me, but next time I would definitely just like leave it in the cubbies. So then we started the class and we started with like a core warm-up, like pretty basic core strength. There were some sit-ups, there were some planks, got it all nice and warm, and then we went pretty much right into weights, and the weights were very similar to the like arms, light weights, and toning classes that Peloton offers, with definitely more of a focus on pulsing. So we'd like hold our arms one way and we would pulse with them, which is a very common theme in even the Peloton bar classes as well. Like pulsing is a really big thing in bar. So that got my muscles woken up as well. I probably could have done at least 2 to 3 pounds instead of 1 to 2, but I'm glad that I went like easier to start with, because at the end it was not that easy still. Like I was still getting a good workout even with the super light weights, so that was fine. And then after that we moved to the bar, which was like around the room, and we really got into a lot of lower body work. It was a lot of like one side focus and then you switch to the other side. My butt was burning by like minute 2, and a lot of it was like holding onto the bar and then kicking your foot behind you, which sounds easy, but it's not easy when you do it repetitively. So it was definitely a really good workout. I was sweating a little bit, but not a ton, and the instructor was super great. She corrected my form a couple times, which was awesome because like that's exactly what I'm missing when I'm doing Peloton classes at home, right? Like if you're doing something wrong, a lot of the time I didn't even realize that I had bad form or that I was like slouching, and she'd just be like, stand up straight or like push your hips out, and I would feel such a big difference when she called me out and like helped me with my form. So that was great, really helpful. And obviously the Peloton bar classes were different than this bar class when we like actually had a bar, because the Peloton bar class, you don't like use a bar, you're kind of just on your own, which I like, but I also like the bar. And although the moves were different, you could tell that they were targeting like the same area. So I did feel like I had a little bit of strength from the Peloton bar class, because I would totally get if you're not used to bar and you just went into this classics class, man, you would die. It was really hard. Like I was dying, and I have some experience, but it's definitely like going to fire up your glutes, and you're definitely going to feel the burn. And then after we finished the lower body segment, we got yoga mats and then laid on our backs and put our feet on the bar and did like more core. So we did crunches mostly, and that kind of wrapped up the class. We did some stretches, and the 50 minutes were over. I will say very fast paced. You're never doing a movement for more than 30 seconds. And I feel like that did like move along the class very quickly. Like I didn't realize it was 50 minutes and it was already over. Overall, I really enjoyed that class. I would 100% do Pure Barre again. Will I do it regularly? I don't know, mostly just because of the price. It was unclear how much it would be, but I think like just buying single classes, it's $22 per class, which just in my opinion is very expensive when I can do Peloton, which is like $40 a month, and you get like unlimited content. But there definitely is a lot of things that I liked about it. The first one is that I didn't sweat a lot. I'm a very sweaty person, so it was nice. Like I could have gone and kind of gone about my day. Like I was sweaty a little bit, so when I came home I showered, but it would have been easy to like go and run errands afterwards, which I think probably appeals to a lot of people that take bar. It's just like very convenient that you can fit it in your day. It's still a really great workout even though you're not sweating that much, and then like be on your way and can continue your day. I also really liked my instructor. I do think that she's probably above average, but I don't know because I've only taken one class so far, but she was just super helpful to me, really helped me like feel welcome and get me to work out. And then at the end she's like, oh, like what do you think? And I was like, yeah, like it was hard. I knew that it was going to be hard though. Like it was a really good class. And she was like, yep, we come here to work out, not hang out. And I'm like, true. And I kind of like that attitude. Like I think that it was fun. She was friendly but firm, which is good. Like I need somebody that is going to correct my form and is going to push me. And that's kind of like the other big thing that I liked about this class is there's way more motivation to keep going, because you don't want to stop in front of the instructor and you don't want to stop in front of everyone else, because there were like mirrors all around the room. So if you stop, it's very obvious, and that's very motivational to me. Like I don't want anyone to see me stopping. So it definitely was a harder workout, and I pushed myself harder because there were other people there, which obviously you don't get with Peloton. And then the other big thing is that you don't get the instructor correcting your form on Peloton, which I think is very important in bar and really in like all classes, but definitely appreciated here. I really did like that it was fast paced also, because it would let you push yourself pretty hard knowing that it was over soon. Like by the time that you're feeling the burn, she's like, oh, only 10 reps left. And then it's just like, okay, I can power through these 10 reps and then we're doing something else. So I feel like that also helped me push myself. I think that that's like pretty similar in Peloton bar though. Like you're never stuck on the same movement for that long. So that's just like something that I enjoy about bar in general. And then this is also true for longer Peloton bar classes as well, but there's stretching throughout. So like every 10 minutes we're doing like a little bit of a stretch, maybe like a minute of stretching. And I feel like that really helps you like keep going and helps you reset even during the workout to just like stretch it out and then go on to the next exercise. So I really enjoyed that as well. The biggest drawbacks I would say is that like obviously it's not on demand, so you kind of have to like work your day around it, and then it also costs $22, which is expensive when you think about it compared to Peloton. But I think there are like unlimited memberships, or you can like commit to going a certain amount of times a month and then it's cheaper, but it definitely is effective at the end of the day, so like only you can decide if the price is worth it. And then the last thing that I dislike is that my butt will hurt tomorrow. I don't feel bad now, but I could really feel the burn in the class, and I just know tomorrow my butt is going to hurt. But that's a good thing. That means that we're building muscle. So overall, like 10 out of 10, I really enjoyed this class. I thought that I would enjoy it. I was just worried about the foundations versus classics. I think at the end of the day, you could definitely go into classics, especially if you have like Peloton bar experience. But the foundations class probably is helpful to take as well. And I think part of the reason why I was so good with the classics is that the instructor was so helpful at like correcting my form. So that is it for this video. Let me know if you've ever tried Pure Barre or any of the other like bar studio classes. Now I kind of want to try like all of them. I know Bar Method exists, but we'll see. I think I'll need some recovery time after this class. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!